G&T Breakfast Show on our Grati-Tuesday, Tom. And we are extremely grateful for all our listeners this morning and for getting in touch on this Grati-Tuesday as well.
Indeed, we are. Michelle, good morning, Michelle. She's been in touch on our Facebook. She's grateful that that there's G&T, Gina and Tom's laughter on the radio. There's usually plenty of that of a weekday morning, and for all of the rest of the crew on Pure West Radio. Well, thank you, Michelle. We're grateful for you tuning in. And Gina, also Rachel's been in touch.
Yes, she has. Rachel says, I am grateful that the sun has now come out and the tourists have gone home. Yay! Only joking. She's really grateful that we can enjoy our wonderful beaches all year round. And also, Tom, congratulations to you and Helen Marie on your engagement. Yay! Oh, Reverend Sophie, it's wonderful, isn't it?
Such good news. Such good news. I'm very excited.
Well, thank you very much. And talking of the sun, Reverend Sophie, you don't look like you've caught the sun, so you must have been sun safe and wearing hats and sun cream, but you spent a long day out in the sun over the week, in the last couple of days.
I did, yes. So on Saturday, I walked 26 miles to raise money for the Alzheimer's Society around Stonehenge. So we walked from Hudson's Field all the way around up to Stonehenge and back down to Old Sarum again. And I had a really wonderful, wonderful day. And I felt just a huge sense of achievement for my, personally, even though I'm definitely paying for it now. So my body is aching from head to toe. And my feet are shredded. I don't there's not much of my toes left.
Oh, bless you. Ouch.
There's lots and lots of blisters. But it was a real sense of achievement. And I would, if anybody, there are lots of people who probably couldn't walk 26 miles. But if you can, give it a go, because actually it was such an atmosphere with that amount of people walking that distance. And it was amazing, absolutely amazing. So
and everyone helping each other through it as well, I bet.
Yeah, definitely. I think that there was a strong sense that that people were really sort of excited that they were all there and happy to help cheer everybody on. And I can tell you that is what I'm grateful for today. That is my Grati-Tuesday, because I was I was last all the way. I was the slowest person, but I think in a lot of ways I'm quite grateful that I was the slowest person, because I made it. I made it to the end, whereas a lot of people, I think, took off a little bit too quickly, and some people didn't make it to the end, unfortunately. But I was grateful that I had the backstop. So Ian, who was the backstop at the walk on Saturday, he was going around collecting all of the signs, but he also happened to be the last person. He had to be the last person to go through. And he and I just had a good old natter all the way around. And if it had not been for him and for him geeing me on and kind of saying, come on, you can do this, I'm not sure that I would have made it all the way around, because that was hard. It was a really, really hard slog, but so worth doing, and I'm definitely going to do it again next year. Which is crazy looking at the state of my feet, but it was just really, really worth doing, and such a sense of achievement. So I'm very grateful for Ian the backstop this week.
Lovely. And also, I'm sure the Alzheimer's Society could be extremely grateful to you, because you managed to raise lots of money as well.
I did, yes. So I've managed to raise nearly £600, which is really, really great. And I think in total they were aiming. I think they were in total, out of that particular event, they'd raised something like £360,000 from that one event. So yeah, so really super effort from everybody there. There were well over 800 or 900 people that registered for the event and were fundraising for the event. I don't think that was how many people were there in the end. I think there was about 500 there in the end. And about 450 managed to finish, I think. I don't know how to have the exact figures, but
how long did it take you?
12 hours. 12 hours. So
12
we left at
hours.
20 past 7, and I think I came in at about just after 7. So just under 12 hours. Yeah.
Wow,
Gosh.
because to put that into context, it's the equivalent of walking from Broadhaven to Carmarthen.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's quite a long way to get your milk, isn't it?
It is a long. That's a very long way to get your milk. Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
it's a long, long way, but it was such it was such beautiful scenery. So the backdrop was amazing. There was one lady who got a lift from one point to another point, and she was feeling a bit low but I said to her, it's only 1 mile off the 26 miles that it's just a boost, just a boost. And we've still managed to do this amazing thing here today. So everybody should have been really proud of what they achieved on Saturday, regardless of whether they had a lift for a mile or whether they had a lift for 3 miles. It was 20 miles is enough. I mean, let's be honest about this. 6 miles is enough for most people. Right?
I was going to halve that and go about 3.
Yeah.
Come on. So I think 26, any mileage in a day to that sort of extent is brilliant. But so it was just such a wonderful day. So it was one thing I did find is the last few miles, which were really, really hard. It was just people were beginning to really flag, and everybody was kind of going, come on, we can do this, and moving people on and getting them to move to the next stop. So really wonderful event, and I highly recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
What I love about that story is that there's hundreds of people taking part over all of those tens of miles to do the event, and yet isn't it amazing that the power of that one person, that backstop, was the one that kept you going? And I'm sure that those competitors at Ironman over the weekend as well, I bet there were individual tiny moments where complete strangers, they might have had their name on their chest, shouting at your name. Isn't it amazing the impact of a cheerleader can have on what we do and what we progress with?
Absolutely huge. And it's just, it's a wonderful example of how actually as humans we've got such immense power to either bring the best out of people or to bring them down. And actually that's a really important lesson for us to hold on to, isn't it? That whenever we're doing anything, we need to make sure that we're using our words in a way that is encouraging people and facilitating people becoming better people and achieving more, rather than dragging them down, because it's so easy to drag people down. And so it's really important that we're careful with the things that we say. So it was brilliant. It was a good weekend.
Well, super well done to you and to everyone that took part in raising such a significant amount of money for Alzheimer's Society. Of course, Cherry from PAVS, she runs a lot of the dementia awareness courses and Alzheimer's groups here in Pembrokeshire, and like that trickles down. We see the benefit of that here in our community centres and our village halls, and in the Oggy Bridge Meadow Stadium as well. And it's amazing. It's thanks to people like you and all the others that take part. And wise words there. We all have great power to build people up and get them over the line. So you use your words for good. Sophie, thank you so much.
No, you're welcome. Very welcome. I'm actually a bit of a secret. So it was my daughter's first day at college today, and I'm actually currently sat in the Mariner Hotel's car park. I was trying to get to you live this morning.
You're so close.
But I was so close. And the traffic was just too much. I just had to dash in here really, really quickly this morning. I just couldn't get a car parking space close enough. So,
it's all good.
Yeah. No, the next time you're nearby, let us by, because we can always put on a different song. Another one for you. Gina, inspiring stories, inspiring people. It's great.
Yeah, loving it. Thank you so much, Reverend Sophie, for joining us again today. And until next time.
Yeah.
I can't wait to find out what you've been up to.
Thank you very much for having me. See you later, guys.
It's 17 minutes past 9 here on Pure West Radio.
Help and support from a friendly face or voice could be the difference.